Welcome back. This is Rob Thomas, your enterprise architect for everything Microsoft. And today is part 2 of installing Windows Server 2025. In part 1, we covered the prerequisite of getting Windows Server, getting the environment ready, understanding their equipment, and making sure everything's ready to go. In this video, we're going to walk you through the screens of installing Windows Server onto an actual server or a virtual machine, right? So before we get started, I do want to give a special thanks to our sponsor, which is Enterprise Software Solution. Again, I recommend reach out to them for any of your Microsoft needs. They're a great group. I've been working with them for a couple of years now, and they do have a special 10% discount. So software dudes at Enterprise Software Solution, LLC. All right, so let's dig into this. So we did cover previously the requirements, like we went through all the requirements and set up. But what we want to do today is, so we're here. We did our requirements. We want to get through these screens, right? So before we do that, let's go to our VMware. So now, basically, you can see here in my VMware section, if I go here, I just beefed up my RAM to 10 gigs of RAM. And then I beefed up this to 100 gigabytes of space, right? So this is ready to go, right? So I'm going to click Next. That's my US keyboard, right? So if you click here, it'll show you different type of keyboard, different countries. I'm going to go next. I'm going to make sure you're clicking these two, right? So install Windows Server. This is based off the concept of previous version where I agree I will delete all the files, apps, and settings. Like I'm going to do a previous setup, but this is a fresh install. Then you click this as I'm going to repair a PC. It's already installed and I'm using this to repair an existing setup, right? So I'm going to click here. Hold on, let me click out of this. A little distracting, right? And then here, the product key. So when you come to the product key section, you would actually put in your product key as you make your purchase. If you don't want to do that, a little bit more cheap, you can pay as you go. You can click to solution. You can click here and learn more and kind of walk through the details of pay as you go. This is the concept of Azure, right? You pay a cheaper amount, and depending on how you're using and how much compute processing speed you're using, compute is just basically the concept of the server actually running and using up resources. It's called compute, and it does. And Microsoft and AWS and GCP, Google Cloud Network, like all its competitors, everybody is charged based off of, from this option is off compute, right? You could click this, don't have a license. I'm gonna click this one, I don't have a license product key. And I can just add my product key later, right? So I'm gonna click that. It's gonna trigger the setup process to go, right? And then this is another thing to be very, very aware of. Now, in this situation, you want to make sure that you're choosing the standard or the standard experience desktop, but don't choose the standard, because standard is going to be basically, and the data center edition is going to be basically an actual PowerShell or GUI interface. It's command line. So here, the way you're going to manage the server is based off of a code. So you're going to run these commands, and those commands are going to make you run the server. Now, if you're doing this as a living, a full-time job, like this is basically what you do. No one really uses the desktop. No one, for developers, they're not comfortable using the desktop experience because they're just used to like using Linux servers and Windows servers, which is this, right? It's a Windows server, and they like to use the command line feature, right? So we're gonna click here, desktop experience. So it's pretty, you can see it. I'm gonna click next, right? And just go through all my notifications, accept. I'm going to speed up so you don't have to wait. And then you see here, I dedicated 100 allocation. So you're used to doing this. If you've installed many versions of Windows, like Windows Server, right? I'm not going to speed this up. I'm not going to create a partition. I'm not going to forward a partition. I'm not going to do any of that stuff. Just going to leave it like that. Just click next. Right? Just give it a second. I'm just going to move on to the next screen. So now it's ready, right? I'm ready to do an install, desktop, make sure it's a desktop experience, keep nothing, blah, 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 right? And I'm ready to go. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead. I don't want you to wait. Again, I'm going to go ahead and speed this up so you don't have to wait. But this is going to go through all the way to 100%. And then it's going to restart, right? So I'm probably not going to catch it when it hits 100%. I'm going to probably catch it on the restart. And then it's going to go through probably another minute of doing a little bit more installs, and then it'll get to the actual screen. It'll ask me for my username and my password, set my administrator username and password, and then after that, boom, it'll give me the option to spin up the actual desktop experience of Windows Server. So let me go ahead and pause it on my end and just let this complete so you don't have to wait. Okay, welcome back. So this hit 100% and you see it triggered the restart. Just what I wanted to show you. The whole step in the process of this installation actually happened. And now it's going to go through another couple of steps of installing the latter part of the installation. So I might have to speed that up also too. So I'll probably pause it again because I don't want you guys to have to wait. Just give it a second here. Yeah, so now it's in the latter part right now. So this needs to hit 100%, and then it'll go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead again and pause. I don't want you to sit through this, but I kind of wanted to, I didn't want you not to see all the screens. I want to give you as many screens in the installation process so you can see, so you're not missing anything and stuff like that. So yeah, let me pause it here and then speed this up. Okay. Okay, we're back. Now it did it again. It completed at 100% and then just triggered the second restart. So you can see the second restart here, and it's going to go through the cycling stages of, and then back to 94%. So the last 6%. All right, so now it's going to ask me for a product key. I'm going to say I'm going to do this later, right? And I'm going to go straight into putting my password. So got to put a password in. Remember, you're on a server. All right, so I'm the administrator. Username is administrator. Set that. Hit finish. And I am set up and ready to go. My screen here is a little smaller. It's not taking up the whole screen. Is because of the way it hasn't gotten the drivers of my actual computer, so it could do like the 16:9 and give it the larger screen. So that's the reason you're going to see that. So now I'm going to do Control-Alt-Delete, right? So it asks me for my password. We'll put that in, hit enter. Now it's going to, please wait for the user profile services. So this is just setting things up. So I'm going to go through some setting up, some quick, really fast config, and then we'll be in. And then that'll complete the whole installation process. So sorry for the black screen here. It's a little, see, it's coming up. Personalized settings, running the exe files on the install side and configuration side, just kind of making sure everything is installed and working correctly, right? And then I'll show the screen what's going to look like in a second. And then usually like the next step is going to be like the service manager. This is a nice little screen where it's going to ask you, telling you like sharing data with them. So I'll say here, use the first one, like read through this, required only, blah, 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 but I'll hit accept. Sake of time. Right. And then boom, now we're in, we're done. We installed it. This is good, right? It triggers the service manager to come up, and you're going to make sure, your service manager and stuff like that is configured, it's set. And then from there, right? And then this is, giving you insight into like launch the setup of Azure. And then there's another thing that you're supposed to install. I mentioned in a previous video, very, very important. So you can install that, but I'm not gonna cover that today. But the whole goal is to show you this, get this set up. I'm gonna minimize the service manager. You see like we're good. We installed it, we're ready to go. And then you'd had your license key, you set that up, right? I'll add my license key in here. Probably not. I'm not going to keep this up for a while. But anyway, this covers it. What I'm going to do in the next video is I'm going to spend a couple of minutes just kind of walking through, just navigating, like getting in here. I didn't want this video to be too long, but getting in here, kind of navigating around. It's how this is very similar to a regular Windows system, right? So we covered all of those steps. We went to installation and everything looks good. Like this is a more fancier screenshot of what a server, like you could change the background picture, but I'll talk about that in the next video. Anyway, all right. Thanks so much for your time. I hope you got a lot out of this. By all means, comment below if you have any questions, and you have a great and wonderful day. Thanks. Bye.